This is the Edo River, which separates Tokyo and Chiba. We are in Ichikawa City, on the Chiba side. Hearing strange information about the ghosts of samurai wandering around Ichikawa and stones that cry at night, we rushed to Satomi Park, the site of the scene. In fact, I came to know about this place because one of the staff members randomly went there on a picnic and felt something ominous. When he returned home, he investigated and discovered the historical facts and folklore mentioned before. It is also said that there are stairs at a nearby temple that have a sad history and are wet even on sunny days. It takes about 40 minutes to walk along the Edo River bank from Ichikawa Station to Satomi Park. Personally, I like this river the most out of the large rivers that flow through Tokyo because it has a lot of nature remaining. The scenery is so good that the walk doesn't feel long. Surprisingly, there were a lot of people passing by. The road continues like this for quite a long time. Even though Tokyo is on the other side of the river, the breeze blowing across the river's surface is so pleasant that it feels like you're bathing in the forest. This area is a famous spot for summer shrimp fishing, but the footing is poor, so life jackets are a must. The forest in front sits on a small hill, and the park is on top of it. Here, the bushes on your left will disappear and your view will open up. As a side note, this area is known as a fishing spot for some of the largest freshwater fish that can be caught in Japan, although it is an invasive species. It seemed like multiple anglers were targeting the fish that day as well. This peaceful place, next to busy Tokyo, is said to have been the site of many samurai battles. It is said that a large number of bodies of war dead were lying around. This picture depicts exactly this place. There is a well. It is said that the Satomi clan used the water for drinking when they set up camp at Kanedai Castle, and although it is located on a hill and water sources are scarce, clear water springs out all year round. One theory is that the famous monk Kabodeshi discovered it during his pilgrimage and recommended it to the villagers as drinking water. It is currently considered unsuitable for drinking water. We are visiting his temple later. The park is covered in foliage. When you go up the long, narrow stairs, you'll find yourself at the site of a fierce battle from the Sengoku period. On January 4, 1564, Yoshihiro Satomi led an army of 8,000 soldiers and set up camp at Kanedai, where they attacked Hoyo Tsunashi's army of about 20,000 troops. Yes, this park is a castle. The battle on the 7th had an advantage for Satomi's side, but on the 8th, the Hoyo army attacked them all at once, leaving the Satomi army dismayed, losing morale and retreating. It is said that 5,000 people died in the battle, including Satomi Hiratsugu, who was defeated. After that, there was no place to mourn the ghosts of the Satomi army's dead, and it was not until 1829 that the Satomi Samurai Tomb, Satomi General Tomb, and Satomi Hiratsugu Mausoleum were built. These are the 3 stone monuments. As mentioned above, the Satomi army was defeated by the Hoyo army in the Battle of Kanadai, resulting in many deaths. Satomi Hiratsugu, a military commander in Satomi's army, was killed in battle, and his youngest daughter traveled all the way from Awa province to the Kanadai battlefield to mourn her father's death. The princess, who was only 12 or 13 years old, was overcome with fear and sadness when she saw the horrific scene of the battlefield, so she leaned against the stone next to her and continued to cry until she finally passed away. However, every night after that, a sad cry could be heard coming from the stone. Even things that seem to be placed casually at first glance have a deep history and folklore behind them, connecting the past and the present. This is the stone that is said to be the one that the princess cried on, and that still cries at night. You can see Tokyo from the top of the hill. The tower in the back is Tokyo's Skytree, a famous tourist destination, and Asakusa surrounds it. On a clear day, you can even see Mount Fuji. It's about a 20-minute walk from here to the next destination. When you go down, you will reach the river from earlier. Turn left. When you go back the way you came, there is a staircase with an eerie atmosphere on your left. The trees are so dense that it's dark even during the day. This is Edo River mentioned earlier. Pass through the park, and the temple is at the end of this road. This is the temple. This is the main gate. It's been here since about 500 years ago. Since we entered the precincts from the back entrance of the temple, we ended up going down the stairs, but originally we went up the stairs. The stone located on the 27th step from the bottom of the front stone steps leading to the main gate mentioned earlier is called Nakishi or Nakishi, although there are more than 1,000 stones in total. This one is called so because it is the only one that is wet, as if it were crying. During the Edo period, Suzuki Nagayori, who was also a parishioner of Kiboji Temple, was sailing up the Edo River to transport stones to be used in the construction of Nikko Tashigu Shrine. While he was sailing up the river, the boat got stuck. Nagayori felt it was a sign from the divine to use the stones he was transporting for the steps of Mamasan Temple. Temple. Afterwards, Nagayori was held accountable for shogunate and committed seppuku in the middle of the stone steps he had himself built. The stone where Nagayori committed seppuku was mysteriously always wet, so it was rumored that it was wet with Nagayori's tears. So it gained the moniker Nakishi, meaning tear stone. Another theory is that there happens to be a water vein beneath the stone, which causes it to become wet. Japanby provides information about Japan that is not well known. Thank you for watching until the end. We will be encouraged if you like and subscribe.